everybody met back up, and they were kind of trying to decide what their game plan was, what they were going to do. You guys did find out that Gree Faye, the snooty elf cosplayer, will be here. You guys saw some of the different panels that will be happening, a few of the different events. You've got the cosplay contest coming up tomorrow. What do you guys want to do from here? Did I miss anything?
We got that mask.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, fancy mask.
You got fancy masks.
Because I think our plan was to first go to opening ceremonies and have one of us wear the mask so that we can see if any of the guests are influenced by the mended chain.
Okay. So let's start off just before the opening ceremony. People are piling in, a lot of different cosplayers. Like I said, you do notice Ransom, like last session, and was very excited to see Leia, twin sister of Vea, and
so clever.
Gives you another wave as they go in and they take a seat. They everybody seems to be really excited. A good turnout of people. It doesn't seem to be overly crowded. And since you've got kind of that outdoor breeze going on as everyone's taking a seat, this stage is outside and closer to the base of the tree as you are sitting down, getting all comfortable. Tell me what's the plan here? Who's wearing what? What's the idea?
I mean, I don't think we settled on a super solid plan. I'm guessing Vale will probably use the mask since it's kind of her thing. And then maybe the others of us can watch the surrounding staff or audience, see if there's anyone acting screwy.
And then Rain, you could detect thoughts, and if you detect anything that seems off or that we want to look more into, maybe I could then look at said person.
Yeah, I dig that.
Okay. Do you guys where are you guys going to try and sit? You're going to try and sit closer to the back, closer to the front?
I don't think we want to out ourselves super bad, so somewhere in the middle probably good, or even toward the back.
Okay.
Middle.
Closer to the middle.
Maybe a little bit further back from the middle so we can continue to get a scope of more people.
Okay. So you kind of join the throng of people as they are moving through, and you find yourselves kind of a side edge area of the con, next to where you can confidently look around, and it wouldn't look off if you were looking for someone, and you stand up and you're waving for somebody else. So it's not going to look too suspicious. As you are then setting everything up, do you put the mask right on, Vea?
I think I'll wait. I'll probably hold it in my lap because we were told that it had limited uses.
Yes.
And so I don't want to, I'm not sure how many that even means. So I don't want to burn every bit of energy in this mask, just trying to pan around. It's more, I feel like we should use it for confirmation.
Okay. So you're getting ready. People are coming in. There's, of course, the obligatory MC who's trying to get the hype going. It's a gnome who has just terrible jokes that are not landing. He's just bombing up there, but doesn't seem to really notice. He's just oh, what do you?
Poland's laughing at every single one.
What do you call a cosplayer that didn't cosplay? A player! Oh!
Now, Tolan, are you laughing like Tolan, or are you laughing like Frederick?
Oh, no. He starts laughing like Tolan, then he switches because he's oh wait, no, I am Frederick.
And every time that you start laughing, because everyone else is kind of giving sympathy chuckles, the gnome gives you a good this is my guy. As you go through, you do notice that the halfling and the human from the booth that Axel and Storm met earlier. I should have updated all of the little art that we have to have your new names, your temporary con names. So
con names.
Jaguar Quinn, my friend wanted to cosplay for Groundhog's Day. I told him to go for it.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Go for it.
I'm a little slow today.
What do you call a cowboy cosplay? Ranch dressing.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful. That's so good.
Thank you, Jaguar Quinn.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so before this turns into another pun episode, we can say that this is the penultimate episode.
Wow.
Ooh.
So they are kind of just trying to vibe with the crowd. Not much is happening. You do see the halfling and the human from earlier. They seem to be kind of just like standing on the far end, trying to meet and greet with people. There's a few people who are coming up and like they're giving off cards and whatnot, and they're like, it's obvious that they're trying to do like social work of just like inviting people back to their booth, throwing out like little crappy wristbands that they got customized. Go ahead, everybody who's looking, roll me a perception check.
That's what I forgot to bring up my tab with D&D Beyond on it.
Okay. That was a pretty good roll.
I'm perceived for once. That was 18.
18.
25.
25? Ooh, very good.
All right. I sort of perceived.
I got a 1.
So Tolan, you definitely perceived.
I
17.
don't think I've rolled a nat fail this campaign yet, so that's pretty
I'm,
good.
like, joking around, with the, laughing at all the jokes. I'm like jostling Rain next to me.
So as people are coming kind of on stage and like the gnome is greeting them, Rain, you take a little bit of psychic damage from the joke of, so I really got into some sewing. Like, sewing is just not my expertise normally. And I was just kind of sewing with whatever I had. And everyone's saying pillowcase is where you should really start. So I started making a pillowcase out of what fabric I had. And I told everybody about it. And I was so excited about this. I even reached out to my local newspaper. And they were like asking me questions. They're like, so what did you make your pillowcase out of? And I said, it's corduroy. And they were very excited because now they have something that will make headlines.
Oh.
So that's all you can focus on is how terrible that joke is. Pan, and I've had that joke set aside for you for like 2 weeks now.
Oh my god. Am I taking any legit psychic damage from that?
No, it's enough to be like, oh my gosh, I can't.
That's pretty bad.
And the rest of you do notice that there is a good throng of people, a lot of like very obvious like parents who don't want to be here but are supportive, a lot of cosplayers of varying styles and ability. And as some people come onto the stage, you're noticing like none of them seem to be overly suspicious. But you do notice Gree-Faye, Vea, you notice that they are making a gesture as they walk onto stage of their fingers interlocking in a chain-like manner. And as they are greeted, they break the chain and they nod towards the gnome.
Okay.
No.
Why?
That's sus.
Yeah, it's like
That's what he told us. Like the symbol was right. Other yeah. Oh, why them?
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
Headlines, get it? Because you.
I'm still stuck on the what I miss.
the hand thing.
Oh, did one of the
Your favorite
One of the
spoon.
guests?
Yeah. That one.
That one. That one.
You're like
Creepy.
the tiny like scream whine, just like ah! Oh boy. Well, I mean, I guess we can scratch off having to warn her. Okay. Cool. Have you seen anything else, Faya? Any things we should be like wary of, or?
I mean, I think that's the only thing I noticed right now.
As the opening ceremonies are continuing, they're talking about some of the upcoming events that they're very excited about, the cosplay competition, and they bring on another judge. They bring on his name is Orc Judge, and it is a full orc who walks on stage, and he's got this tattered Dragon Ball Z cosplay that like very perfectly shows off like his muscles and whatnot, and he waves and he goes to the microphone and goes, "Orc Judge excited to judge. Thank you." And
I love him.
And the Rax Tour comes back on stage. The Mind Flayer judge, who is very, very creepy, does not accept the microphone, but just in everyone's mind, it kind of just gestures politely and says, "I am excited to be back." Everybody go ahead and roll me one more perception check.
Please be better than a 1.
19 this time.
Wow.
14.
14.
Well, it wasn't a 1, but it was only 7.
7.
I'm using up all my good rolls on looking at this audience.
Right.
7.
7. Okay. So Vea and Tolan, as you are scanning the crowd, you do notice that you let me start over. As you are scanning the crowd, you do see the human and halfling that Rain and Draxel pointed out to you, and how they were kind of doing social, like a little bit of social work of just like introducing themselves, handing out cards, trying to hype people up to come back to their booth. You do notice that as they walk back, it's very clear that they are walking all the way to the back to what seems to be somebody of authority, somebody that they seem to be reporting to. They are standing at about 6 foot tall, looks about maybe a half elf, could be just really good costume of some sort. You're not quite sure. They're dressed as the cleric from Goblin Slayer. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Okay.
Very, very like looks very soft, but like as like they get closer to this person, she just starts to just stare them down, and they can't even make eye contact with this cosplayer.
Ooh, Leia, darling. We should observe that wonderful cosplay over there. Wink, wink.
Like mask now, or maybe later when it wouldn't be really weird to just throw a mask on.
No one can see you. I'll be weird, and then no one will notice that you put a mask on.
Okay.
Cool. He stands up and he starts clapping more for the gnome. Yeah, you're awesome, gnome. I love you.
Encore.
You get several boos from the audience. Just like, no, not again, please.
I just point at all of them and be like, yeah.
And you hear from slightly off stage, when looking up a Nier Automata cosplay, I asked for this question: to be or not to be?
Bravo, man, bravo.
Thank you again, Jaguar Quinn.
So doing that, I am going to look up with like that cold embarrassment, and then as everyone's looking back to Tolan, I'm going to sink into the mask.
That works. Perfect.
So it's very cold as it presses to your face. It feels very firm, but as it's pressed onto your face, it seems to perfectly balance itself as if it was shaped to your face specifically. Before you even look up, you notice that there seems to be this blue haze across your vision, and it seems to kind of make you just slightly a little dizzy before you even like look up.
And I'm just like, I'm trying to shake it off, but simultaneously try to make it look like I'm shaking my head at Tolan as I'm like panning up.
So you pan up and you shake your head, and as you are looking at Tolan, you notice that the blue hue around everything seems to get just a slightly lit brighter, as if there's an aura around Tolan. And you're kind of scanning, shaking your head, looking around, and you look back to that cosplayer, and you notice that there is the human and the halfling, and you can see like a single chain at the base of their neck, and it seems to go up into the ether, and it just kind of like disappears into nothing. And as you look over to the cleric cosplayer, you notice that there isn't one chain, it is 50 chains all wrapped up, and they seem to go up. And as you kind of like follow it, you notice that it almost seems to wrap back around, and where the ether of that one chain disconnects, it looks like there's a gap between where that one disconnects and the next one starts connecting to the booth cosplayers. And her chains are ship-like. They are monstrous in size. They seem to be over, like if someone were to try and pick up these chains, it would weigh them down instantaneously. And she is covered in a red aura around her. The chains, as you're looking at them, you can even hear them rattle.
Okay, that's real creepy. Not wanting to like talk about that here and now, can I make a quick scope of the rest of the crowd, like up to the stage? Mostly it's more the stage that matters.
Yeah. So you do a quick scan. You notice that not many other people are jumping out. You don't see any other chains in the audience. When you do get to the stage, you see Grife, and she is just making direct eye contact with you. It's like she is looking you down, and on her you see this beautiful white aura coming off of her. And when you look at Orc Judge, you notice the same kind of bluish hue that Tolan has. When you see Rax Tour, you are kind of met with a message, and it goes, "You are trying to psychically reach out to me. I will not be available. If you wish to speak to me, please use your words."
Please leave a message, but not leave a message. Come talk to me.
Just like trying, just I'll chat with you later. That's fine. Sorry to intrude. Did not mean to. What with Griefface staring me down? What is the energy? Is it like angry or is it curiosity?
Does she remember us?
It's a knowing stare. Like, okay. I know what you are doing. You cannot fool me.
That's fine. Yeah, and then I'm kind of just listening for the booze to stop on Tolan.
Oh yeah. I'm sitting down now.
Yeah,
with a gracious bow.
And then,
oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Are we close enough that like I would be able to detect thoughts in that general area with like the judges and stuff?
Since detect thoughts is only 30 feet, you would definitely you would have to decide whether you would want to get up and go towards the cleric cosplayer or go to the judges. Like it would be one or the other.
Okay. They, like in a low voice, since they're probably sitting together. Vea, is there anyone I should be like watching out for? Are you seeing anything?
There's a cleric cosplayer at the back. She's wrapped in chains.
Oh.
And she's like, we should talk not here about it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, keep your eye out on her.
Okay. Is there a way I can like subtly turn without like looking directly at her, or
Roll me a stealth check.
do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, stealth check for sure.
Stealth check. Okay. I'm gonna try to turn and look at her. Okay, what's my stealth modifier? Probably not great. 7.
7. You feel like you're being subtle, but you're not 100% certain if you are like,
Yeah.
when someone's like, don't look, and then you immediately look. But you kind of like slowly turn and get ready to look, and you do notice this person, and you don't see the chains, but you see that like she is giving a like verbal berating to these two booth cosplayers that you met earlier.
Okay. Is she close enough that I could detect thoughts?
No, you would have to get up and get closer.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, Vea said to talk later, so I will hold off.
Her name is Priestess. I just looked it up.
Priestess.
The official name of the character is Priestess.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Oh yeah, I forgot the names in that are very what they do.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say that Vea doesn't know enough about it and legitimately thinks the character is named Cleric.
Okay. Do we have enough? Do we need to get out of here? Like,
would it be weird to get up and leave? Because like, I'm like nodding up to the stage. She knows what I'm doing, and I don't know. I think it would be weird to just stand up and leave. Maybe we should like sit through the rest of opening ceremonies.
Okay. Yeah, if we can, I'll keep an eye on her, and like maybe as we're leaving, I can get close enough and get an idea of what might be going on. Okay, cool.
So you guys continue to go through the rest of opening ceremonies. Everybody's really talking about how excited they are. They talk about some of the events. They talk about the cosplay ball after the cosplay competition. They talk about there's a scavenger hunt for a mystery prize, possibly gold related. Nobody's 100% certain as to what the award is, but they're saying it can be money, but it is gold related. And
Golden tool.
who knows? But yeah, the opening ceremony is very, very simple, very basic. Nothing really jumps out to you guys. And then after it's done, a few people are kind of hanging around. A lot of people get up to say hi. And when you guys like kind of take a glance around the room once everybody starts getting up, so it's not as inconspicuous, you do notice that the booth cosplay people are gone, but the priestess cosplayer is still there.
Is the priestess cosplayer like, is she near an exit? Could I like casually walk toward an exit and like get near enough to try to detect thoughts?
Definitely, you would be able to walk right by her, and if you wanted to, like on a way to an exit, you could like reach out, give her a high five. That's how close to an exit she is.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think as I'm leaving, I would try to detect thoughts then as we're getting close enough in the area to do that.
All right. So are you all going as a group?
Probably. Like, I don't know.
My perception rolls were crap, so I don't think I even know what's going on. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
You're just following along with us.
Colin, don't encourage that guy. That's about all I'm doing.
I'm trying to decide if Tolan's gonna embrace Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes and be so overt it's covert. And just be super flamboyant as he's walking through this exit so as to be a distraction even more.
What are you doing? Genuine confusion.
So as the two of you are arguing loudly, Rain and Vea, you're kind of like picking up the tail and just kind of like, come on, let's get out of here. And you cast Detect Thoughts, Rain, and it is a wash of chain noises. Like, it is so loud in your head, and you're not even able to really get words off of her thoughts. But what you do gather is stop the infiltrators.
Okay.
That's probably us.
I guess, like, is it loud enough that I, like, am worried about reacting to it? Or, like, would we be able to make it away from the area? Okay.
I think you would definitely be a little bit more prepared.
Okay.
Knowing that Vea gave you the advantage of, like, hey, there's a lot of chains on her.
Okay.
You were more mentally prepared for it than not.
Okay.
So it doesn't come as a shock. It's still loud.
Yeah.
But you were mentally prepped for it.
Okay. Then I think he will just try to, like, follow along with the group and distraction and try to get to an area where they can actually talk. Excuse me.
So you guys make it outside, and a few people are stopping and chatting. And the gnome is like, hey, you guys, like the MC of the thing comes like running up to the four of you. Hey,
Good sir.
man, you, my dude, you were laughing at my jokes.
I love dry humor.
I didn't consider it dry humor, but thank you, thank you so much.
It was great, man. Like here, he like reaches in his bag and he like pulls out like a silver piece. He's like, here's a bonus, man. You're awesome.
Oh, goodness, why thank you. I do have one more joke for you. I just wanted to give you one more joke.
I'm here for it.
Draxel's face. I recognize that some of these jokes aren't necessarily my best. I've just been working on sewing and working on this dress for hours and hours and hours now. You could even say that I was a little seamstressed.
Wow.
Puns are the lowest form of comedy.
Bravo.
Thank you again, Jaguar Quinn, for the puns. All right, that's it. I'm so sorry for taking up more of your time. If you ever here, and he like hands you a card, and he goes, "Here's my page. If you ever want to chat on the magical message boards, you seem like pretty dope people. All right, I got responsibilities later," and like just runs off.
See, dude. What was his name?
You didn't get it.
Oh no!
Oh, he's got a card. He looks at the card.
His name is Hayden.
Hayden.
That's
a good name.
It's a very good name.
Yeah. All right.
I'm like waiting for the punchline of his name. I am suspicious.
Tolan does not share what his last name is.
Oh boy. I would be looking at the like business card suspiciously, but I don't think the mended chain can even make puns that bad.
Only top tier puns from the mended chain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when just like casually, she's just pulling the mask up and just like, she was embarrassed in the moment, but she is forgiven Frederick.
It's now a hair accessory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very good.
So you guys make it back to more of a quiet area. There's you're a little bit outside of the main hustle and bustle. You do see like groups of people like sitting down chatting, so you are confident that the four of you talking to each other will not strike suspicion.
Okay, Drexel, I think we can explain what was going on. I'm so sorry I was acting weird.
You were acting
That
weird?
was.
Yeah, wasn't that weird?
I mean, that probably wasn't too weird for you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little over the top that I've done before, but I'm enjoying this like persona of Frederick. Like,
Ready.
Look, darling, it's a wonderful persona, and I'm glad you've donned it.
thank you.
It's working great for you. So what did we find out? Like I cast Detect Thoughts when we were passing by that priestess girl. I'm not sure, like she was dressed like some kind of cleric or something. But all I could get, like, definitely mended chain like sounds and stuff, but there was just this like blaring thought of stop the infiltrators, which is definitely us. So, did she seem suspicious of us? I didn't catch her eye. I hope.
I mean, I didn't have any thoughts, but she was okay. So I started, by looking at Tolan in just utter disbelief. And he was like energy coming out from him, like an aura. It was blue, and it got really bright with Tolan. And then I was scanning around, and I got back to the two guys from the booth, and they had like a chain on their necks, and it just kind of went up into nothing. And then when I got to that chick, she was just covered in just huge, heavy chains. Like if they were actual material, like real chains, she wouldn't be able to stand.
Jeez.
Oh.
And she was red, where Tolan was like blue. She was just red and intimidating, and it kind of looked, I don't know how to explain it, like they were tethered to her somehow.
That's creepy.
But yeah, she was bright, just red. It was creepy. But I think one of the more weird things is I tried to look around, and looking up on the stage, the Grife, she was white, and she knew I was looking at her. But like, I don't know, she, like, her aura was just like kind of bright, and just, I don't know, it was different. I expected, not great, but maybe that's just me holding on to negative feelings.
I mean, hearing that Grife might have anything at all to do with the unbroken chain people we've been working with is not the best news. I mean,
she's a hammer bro.
Yes. Supposedly. I mean, at least we don't have to worry about warning her, I guess, but it does complicate things, I suppose, doesn't it? Okay.
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I don't know, maybe it's good. I don't know. I don't want to say it's good, but maybe she didn't mean to be so off-putting. I could have probably, handled that a little better.
We can always assume that the Grife we ran into was like Freddy, and she was just playing the part.
I mean, truthfully, I have no regrets about what I said, but, I don't know. I don't regret it on a personal level.
Oh, no, not at all. But I mean, maybe we can give her a second chance now, knowing new things about her.
Yeah, I couldn't really get a read on anything other than she knew exactly what I was doing. Oh, and I totally didn't mean to, but I looked at Rextor, and he was kind of like, if you want to talk, you should talk to me. And I was like, okay, later.
Okay. Well,
like, that really, really indignant part of me had this moment where I was like, I should just mind link with him right now, just to stick it to him requesting I actually talk to him. But I thought better of it.
Probably don't want to, make enemies of the mind flayer.
I guess from here we just got to figure out what we want to do about the threats that we do know about. I mean, if that girl is as entrenched in the mended chain as it sounds like, shouldn't we stop her?
I don't know, maybe it would be better to stop the people who are connected to her. Because, I don't know, if Okay, so thinking about the changes like physical things, if I saw a person walking around able to carry that much, I would not want to pick a fight with them.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I'm not saying it's not super intimidating,
but maybe they would be less intimidating if we found a way to get some of the chains off of them.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Maybe, I don't know if like her connection's that good on them, so maybe if we knock her out, her grip on the chains of the other ones, and they'll be able to go?
Yeah, I was
Like,
kind of
is she
thinking
controlling
that too.
them?
If she has a hold on the others, would it break if we're able to, like, I don't know, weaken her chains, or I don't know.
Or maybe breaking them free would reduce the amount on her.
Oh,
You know, like,
really?
I don't know, because both of those seem good, because it seems like, yeah, if you cut off the source of control, then everyone would be freed of it. But what if that fight's too much for us?
Mm.
And
Maybe
what
we
if
should talk to Grife.
Yeah, because we don't really have any idea. We wouldn't have any idea she could be too much for us. We could whoop her butt. You know, it's
yeah, you just don't know. So you have to think about like either option. I mean, maybe even breaking the singular chains on them weakens her.
So we stalk her, we watch her, we track her, and see if we think we can, kick the crap out of her.
That's definitely a very Draxel thing to do.
I mean, yeah, and I think neither of those ideas are really plan A or B. They're probably both equally good things to think about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess maybe let's try to check out one of Grife's panels and see if we can talk to her after. And what else? I guess and maybe Rock's tour also?
I don't know if he was just telling me to get out or if he was saying like this is not the way to talk to me, or he might have just been telling me I was being impolite. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not sure at all where he stands, but he seemed to think we did a good job at some of the earlier conventions when we were able to stop the bad stuff going on. So it wouldn't be bad to at least talk with him.
Right. We should maybe check out the gold related thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do we want to split up or go all together?
I don't think we should split up now. Like, I think it was okay to split up and scope, but after seeing that, I'm kind of freaked out. She was.
Yeah, I don't want anyone getting stuck with.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to bump into her.
Okay. So out of character, if we check the schedule, is there like a series of events that would go quicker on who to see first? Like, does Gree have a panel soon? Does Rock's tour have any panels? Or would it be easier to like chase him now after opening ceremonies, stuff like that?
So to go through like the schedule, the scavenger hunt can be initiated at any point in time. It's not going to be like hey, you take this item with you. It's you have to acknowledge that you found it with a fantasy picture. And then you can report back, and then if you have them all first, or you have all the best items or whatever, then you will be able to win that. Looking through the schedule, you do see that Grife has a few panels coming up today. Looks like one like every other hour. Rock's tour has absolutely nothing planned for the day of the competition, so tomorrow. It does look like he has one overlapping panel with Grife. And that's closer to the end of the night.
Okay. Well, I know we saw a couple of Grife's panels on the schedule, but I don't know anything about Rock's tour. Should we try and grab him before opening ceremonies is ending now? Because I don't know where he'll be off to.
I mean, yeah, or we could go to the panel where both of them are at. But I guess if we don't know where they stand, it would be kind of weird.
My brain is going on a side quest. Do the scavenger hunt.
You want a scavenger hunt now?
Or just get it started if we have time.
I'll continue scoping things out.
We're all
too.
just chit-chatting, and Tolan starts wandering towards Scavenger Hunt.
Go talk to the important people. Me and Tolan, Scavenger Hunt.
Yeah, Scavenger Hunt party.
Where do we get the details for the Scavenger Hunt again?
It's close to the entrance area.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably better if we're going to do the Scavenger Hunt if we start it early. And maybe we can just we'll try to catch up with Rex to, I don't know, maybe if we talk to Griffe on her own, then we can catch both or one of them at the later panel. We don't have to catch them both at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Good idea.
didn't get any kind of read on him other than just get out. So
Okay.
I don't know if he's not, helping her or on that side, it would be kind of weird to like approach her about it and just assume.
Okay. Okay, let's start with Scavenger Hunt then, and plan to talk to Gree at her next panel.
Side quest.
So
That's what normal people do at conventions.
Yeah.
Yes.
The four of you are kind of walking through a few crowds. Everybody's like just having a really great time. The vibe is just really a lot of people are having fun and excited. There's still a few booths that are being set up from what you can see. And you guys make it closer to the entrance, and you find the table that they were talking about that initiates the side quest, the scavenger hunt, and you see a female drow, and she has a very long ponytail of gray silvery hair. She's got lots of spider motif across her outfit, and she goes, "Oh, hi, how you doing? What can I do for y'all?"
I would like to participate in this hunt of scavenger.
Oh, you want the scavenger hunt? Oh, shoot. I'd be more than happy to get you involved. Oh, so is it all four of you? One team? You two teams doing free for all? What you doing?
Oh, what are we doing, guys?
One team's probably good, right?
There's like a difference in what you win.
No, I just needed to know so I know what documents need to be handed out. If you're working for a team, I just want to make sure everybody gets the right documents, and I want to make sure I'm working with you folk.
Teamwork.
Teamwork made the dream work. That's what they always tell me.
I love it. You're charming.
Why, thank you. You're charming yourself, Dragon Boy.
So what all do we need to do to complete the scavenger hunt?
Where are my manners? I am so sorry. And she pulls out a couple flyers, and she gives you these flyers, and it's a list of 10 different items. And so the rules are very simple. All you got to do is you got to go through and you find as many items as you can. Some of these items are very, very hard to find. Some of these items are going to be very simple. And in the flyer, it shows pictures of all the things. And she goes, now, these pictures, some of them are taken where they were last sitting. Some of them are where we had put them and then moved them where the description says. So don't always count on the picture, but, feel free to use it as a kind of getting started. The last three, I'll let you know, no one's ever found them. I hid them myself, and no one has ever found them. And I am quite proud of my hiding skills.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, well, you flirt.
Colin's like, I am.
So all you need to do is when you see it, you take a picture. You will leave it there. If you take it, if you move it, if we found out that the item has been moved and you were the last person to see it, you will be disqualified. Am I understood?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All you need to
No
do...
touchy.
No touchy. You take the picture, you send it back to me. Just the picture through the fantasy message boards. Do you have a device that will be able to send these images to me? We can loan you one with collateral.
I don't have one.
I don't have one.
No?
Fantasy device.
Fantasy cell phone.
Fantasy cell phone? No, I can, again, we can loan you one with collateral. So, what will...
Grandma said I'd rot my brains with one of those.
Grandma seems like a very smart woman, but it'll be our little secret. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay, wonderful, Shook.
What kind of collateral do you need?
Yeah.
something of great value that you wouldn't mind not having for a little while until the quest is over. Personal, expensive. We take gold. Just something for us to hold on to for a little while.
Do we?
I don't carry a lot with me.
15 gold.
I can take 15 gold.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We got to come back for that, guys, because I'm now poor.
So she
I
pulls
thought
out...
you were rich, Freddie.
Shh.
He spent all the money on his beautiful scales.
Very beautiful scales, if I do say so myself.
There's an awesome makeup booth that like sells this stuff specifically for scales. It's awesome.
I would love to see more of that.
Am I flirting?
Does Talon say that, or is Mercedes saying that?
Tolan is thinking that. He's thinking that, being like, what have I done?
So she holds out this bag to you, and then she cinches it tight, ties a knot around it, and then she goes, "Can I have your hand, please, sugar?"
He holds his hand out.
And she pulls a thread out of the knot that she just tied, and she ties the single string around your wrist with the same knot. And she goes, "Now, this is magically bonded to that string. Only you will be able to open it up. So don't worry, we're not going to be running off with the handsome 15 gold that you handed off to me. So it is safe, it is protected, and here you are." And she hands you over a fantasy cell phone. Very standard, very basic. It's like an iPhone, I don't know, 9. So older, well worn, but you're also not going to make 15 gold off of it if you sell it.
Sweet.
Okay, and then the whole thing is just to find the items. Like, do whatever to find the items.
Find the items. They're all through the con. Not just in the con, they're also, we had permission from the hotel. They're part of the hotel as well.
But probably common areas in the hotel.
Yeah, of course. Very, very, very unlikely that they would be in a private room that would be reserved for somebody.
Unlikely? That still means possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she sits up a little bit. She reaches into her bag and she goes, "Excuse me, I just and she puts her key fob on the table, and it says room 252 on it. And she goes, "Excuse me for a moment, just excuse me." And then slowly she scoops up a few things and puts them back into her bag. And she goes, "Yes."
All right.
Sorry, I'm dying here.
It's always fun to flirt with your friends, right?
Boy.
I'm just imagining Tolan right now just being like, "Whoa, that was weird."
Okay. Well, should we take a look at the list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you are looking at the list is 10 different items, 2 columns of 5. There is a picture of them, of different things, and there's a little riddle to go along with all of them. They seem pretty simple overall. This is one of those areas that it's hard to judge, like, character knowledge versus player knowledge of, like, what's going to be a good riddle that only your wizard would kind of guess, right? So on the very first one, it has a picture of a gold duck. It looks like a statue of a duck, and it says, "I can be found where one would start a journey."
Oh, sweet. I'm looking around here.
Roll me a perception check.
13.
13. It does not take you very long. Like, it is right next to the check-in desk, between the check-in desk and the security desk, and like there is this golden statue, and it's just sitting there. Nobody else is really paying attention to it. Seems like you may be one of the first people to notice it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm like gonna like point at it and like look at the drow and be like, "I'm gonna take a picture."
What a genius dragonborn you are, boy. I sure do hope that you find all 10. I would be surely surprised if you didn't find at least 7 out of 10.
He's ready for this. All right, one down, guys.
One down, 9 to go. So you take a picture of it, you send it to her, and like you can even hear like the ding of her phone going off, and she looks at you, texts back, and then sends you a message.
What does it say?
As you open it up, it is, I knew you could do it, winky face.
Aww. Look how encouraging she is. I love this.
Yeah, she's very encouraging, Tolan. I mean, Freddie.
The second one on the list, do you want me to go through like the entire list, or what are you thinking?
I think just so we like know what to kind of be aware of as we're going through.
Okay.
Yeah, I only interrupted that one because I was like, oh, it's here.
Okay. So going through like the list of items, just really quick, like what the pictures are. You do see the golden statue of a duck. You see a sword, and it seems to be on a placard, but then like behind it is the tree. Hang on, just updating my notes. You see a very ornate shield that looks elven made. Cards, stairs. Gotta find all of these real quick because my notes are a mess. Talk amongst yourself for a moment.
So, Freddie, how about that drow lady?
She's very nice. I like her.
She sure seemed to like you.
Yeah, man, you're doing a good job.
I'm making friends everywhere.
You are. Friends who want to let you know where their hotel room is?
Very close friends.
Uh-huh.
And you just see Tolan's face. Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh?
Yep.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah?
I need to think on this.
You'll get it, buddy. I believe in you. Well, I think these will be good to watch out for while we're looking around at least. And I mean, there's no guarantee it's a gold tool, but if it is, hey.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can kind of give us something to like, I don't know, relax from all the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And also, like, as we're, searching for enemies.
Because, what if we go and we get our butts kicked? At least we got this.
I mean, if you think about it, this is also like really the perfect cover. Like if she starts to suspect anything, it's just, oh man, we're just looking for this. Have you seen this stuff? I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. Have you seen this on me?
It's like, I bet it's behind the stage.
Well, no, she said that 3 of them are hidden super well, and the people haven't found them, so maybe they just haven't looked in places that are not for general attendees.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This was totally my plan.
Yeah.
So, which one of these is going to be the one Tolan has to go personally find? Because she kind of hinted that one was in her room, and I think Tolan's going to be going there.
I think you'd be hunting something in her room.
Yeah, very special item.
Very special.
Golden woven bed sheets.
Oh.
Sorry, I might need to go get my inhaler.
Okay. So the pictures that you are seeing is you do see the golden statue. You see a sword on a placard, and kind of in the background the Corey tree, a shield that's elven made, and it seems to be kind of propped up on a kind of a partition between booths. You see a large deck of cards, but this deck of cards has like a very unique style of characters from Attack on Titan on all of the faces. a series of stickers from characters from Madoka Magica. You see a statue of that very famous out of like not necessarily in the vein of what this kind of con is going for, but it's a statue of Man-Bat.
Hey,
The vigilante.
Okay, Man-Bat or the Man-Bat?
It is Man-Bat. It is not the Man-Bat. Thank you. I'm so glad that somebody like caught me on that, because I was like, there's gonna be like one person out there who gets this, and I'm so I feel loved. I feel seen. Thank you. Thank you, Jazzy. You see a ramen pot, and it's filled with ramen. And this definitely looks like it's indoors of some sort. It's on a table. The lighting is very different. You see a trophy, and on the trophy, it says BarkCon cosplay winner. You see a giant set of dice, and by giant, I mean like there is somebody who's standing, and the D20 is up to their hip. Elf, gnome, halfling, no idea, but it's definitely larger than normal. And then the last item is a container of super glue.
Of what?
Super glue.
Was it like a specific brand or?
Yeah, it's crafty glue. We'll say that it's crafty super glue.
Okay.
Okay, I bet that.
And which ones were marked as the like 3 hard to find ones, or did she mark them?
She did not mark the ones that were the 3 hardest. You could always try and go back and talk to her and see if you could convince her to give you hints or anything along those lines.
Oh, I bet Tolan could.
Yeah, you just gotta go like flirt a lot, and then imply that your day is just so busy because of this scavenger hunt. I really wish we could finish it sooner.
I don't know how to flirt.
I mean,
you were doing a good job.
You were doing just fine. I mean, just talk with her excitedly about the scavenger hunt and see if she might have any clues for us. That's all.
But maybe let's give her a little time.
Okay. Tolan wanting to quickly change the subject. I bet the super glue is at the repair station.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Sure.
I mean, maybe it's a little obvious, but
That could be an easy one.
Didn't we see that ramen at the food court earlier when we were looking at Bread Zeppelin? And
I mean, there was in fact ramen there.
Oh yeah. All right. We can
there's
go there.
a couple things we can check out. We
can keep an eye out for any cool cosplays. Wink, wink.
And how much time do we have before Griefe's first panel?
I'd say you've got about half an hour between now and Griefe's first panel, and then it's like every other hour. And then the final panel for the night is that Gree and Zaktor are the ones that they're on together.
Okay.
I bet we can hit up the ramen since we're pretty sure it's over there.
Do we want to go for her first panel? Like, would it be better to go to the first panel?
What are the panels? There might be some that may not have as many people.
Her first panel is getting to status, and it's all about like social media stuff. Her second panel is branching out to different cons, and like this one's for like cosplayers who already have kind of a following and trying to get connected to cons to be sponsored and to go to those cons. Her third panel is the final panel with Rock's Tour, and it's contracts as cosplayers with companies.
I don't know. They all look like they'd be about the same amount of busy.
I mean, okay, that's actually good to know what she's doing. Because I think it would be kind of weird for us to be like, yeah, we super want to know how to get sponsored at cons, because we haven't been doing this for very long.
And we could ask about, because the Chain & Company is doing sponsorships.
So, like, wouldn't it be more, I don't know, convincing if we went to the networking one? Just be like, hey, we're just getting started out.
Sure.
I like that.
Then anyone that overhears isn't gonna immediately be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Okay. Let's plan on that one then.
Okay.
And that gives us maybe a little more time to look around for the scavenger hunt stuff.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Cool.
Okay. As you guys are going, are you guys looking for like a specific item on the scavenger hunt list?
It sounds like we wanted to stop by the cosplay repair booth for the super glue and then the ramen.
And then the ramen.
So you get to the cosplay repair booth. There's a few cosplayers here and there with hot glue sticks and whatnot. Everybody who's looking for the super glue from the Crafty brand, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Right. I'm going to try different dice because my other ones are in jail.
18.
18.
All right.
Myself.
Oh, Tolan's doing great on his perception
This
today.
is perception. I got 17. Much
7.
better.
7. And Drexel?
Oh, wait.
23.
12. My bad.
12. Okay.
I know how to do math.
So for most of you, you guys notice that like there's a lot of commotion going on. They have kind of a small back area that's kind of slightly cordoned off with a curtain, and every now and again somebody seems to like open the curtain, and then you can see like what would be the top of a piece of like a super glue container with that like very specific designed cap that comes to a tapered point, but it's huge, like it's giant sized. And I don't mean like it's just a large bottle. It's like sized for a giant to use. But the way that the commotion is going back and forth, you cannot like get a clear picture of it.
Is there like an attendant around?
Yeah. There's several people at the table, and they're all wearing staff badges.
Hey, excuse me. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
Weird question. We're actually not here for like repair or anything, but we are here for the scavenger hunt, and it looks like that's on it. Can we get back there to take a quick picture?
Of course. You gotta answer me a riddle first.
Crap. Okay.
You ready?
We're ready.
Can any of us answer it, or do I?
We're
have
on
to?
a team.
You're on a team. All right. Then.
We're a
Yeah.
team.
we
We're a
are.
team. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's see. For the 4 of you, I gotta change my answer now. Just. And he sits there and he's thinking about it. He's like eyeing you up. He's trying to like really try and figure out what's going to be a difficult one. And he sits there and he goes, "What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast?"
Lunch and dinner?
Oh my goodness! Clever girl.
That was fast.
Nice.
And he brings out this giant bottle and he's just and it sloshes around, and like you can see that as he's handling it, he's kind of like making sure the cap stays on so he doesn't get splashed. And he goes, "All right, there you go. Take a picture. Do you want me to take a picture with all of you in it?"
Sure.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Hand me your phone.
There you go.
And he
Tolan's gonna like he's like how to be flirty, so he's gonna like lean on the super glue bottle.
Is Tolan wearing like a shirt of any kind, or is it just scales?
Oh, he's got a shirt on. Yes.
Is it like button up, or is it like a t-shirt?
What was he wearing to this? I know he was wearing a dumb Link hat earlier. I remember that.
I don't think you mentioned his wardrobe.
Yeah. So
I think
it's
that first day
probably
we weren't doing anything.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are casual.
Yeah, I think it was casual, but it probably like is like a tunic with like the ties on it because it's like makes him think of Link because he's nerd boy.
Okay, as you like go, I'm gonna like gently like loosen and undo some of like the ties.
Amazing.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and he takes the picture. He hands it over to you. Goes, "It's good. It's good." And it shows all 4 of you, and it's very clearly tall and kind of chest exposed, a little surprised, but still kind of lean.
Just like, what are you doing, Draxel?
Do you need another one?
That's good. That's good.
Maybe one of just Tolan?
Yeah.
Just Tolan? Yeah, of course I can. All right, Tolan. You want horizontal, vertical? What you like?
Horizontal?
All right, lovely.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. Like, you're doing a persuasion check. Whether or not, like, you're saying words, body language is still convincing. So tell me.
I got a 22.
Oh, yeah! So now that you don't have Draxel, like, opening up your tunic for you, you kind of lean into it, and you wrap your arm around the neck of the bottle, you lean into it, you kind of, like, make sure that the flap opens up, showing more of your chest scales, and you, like, are very confident with your smile. And he goes, lovely! I love it! And he takes the picture, and he hands the phone back over to you, and he goes, all right, Don, am I good to put it back in hiding?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right. And he like, you know, be careful with this. It's going to be a real sticky situation if we don't put it back right. Oh.
Hey.
Thank you again, Jaguar Quinn, for all the puns for today. So he puts it away. He gets back to helping out with the table. And you guys were going to head towards the cafeteria area, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So you guys head back towards the cafeteria area. Go ahead, everybody roll me a perception check.
I keep waiting for my luck to run out.
Oh, come on.
And
There it is. I got a 4.
Got a 4.
12.
12.
15.
15. Thea?
10.
10. I'm so sorry, I did not hear you.
Colin's like distracted looking at his shirt and being like, open, shut, open, shut.
You all do not see a bowl of ramen. There's nothing like that signifies a giant bowl of ramen. But Draxel, you do notice that propped up on one of the sides of the booth is a shield, a very elven-looking shield.
Ooh, hey.
Guys, is this the one? I think this is the one.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, it's not the ramen, but that is actually something else, isn't it?
That's something we need.
Yes.
We're allowed to touch it.
Nobody seems to be attending it.
I mean, don't touch it. Just take the picture.
I want to
You-
pose behind it, pretend I'm holding it.
Okay.
You just
And
like
do,
lay
like-
in front of it across the ground, like.
I don't. He doesn't want to go that. He wants to do a silly one now.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take the silly photo and you send that one off, and then you hear 2 immediate responses, and one of like, quick work is the first response, and then the second response to the shield is just like a strong dragonborn who could defend me. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
He's like, all right, guys, if one of these things is in her room, I think we're gonna get in. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll keep that one as a. We'll check for all the other things first. Don't worry.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right, so you guys are heading towards the first panel that Grife Cosplay was setting up, and you get there, and there's a decent turnout, probably about 10 people, including yourselves, and they're very sporadic and sitting around, and she sits there, oh, hello, everyone, and she's scanning the room, and she seems really jovial and just overly peppy, and just, my name is Grife Cosplay. You might know me from some of my great costumes. And then she like has this giant slide show behind her. And it's like, it takes 5 minutes to go through all of the different like pictures and whatnot that she's done. And she's like, this is that company that I worked with. And this is that. And this is that. And this is that. And this is that. And it's like, just she's eating away the time by talking about her different costumes that she's done. And she goes, okay, so like social media is like super easy to do. You post stuff. Any questions? Yes, you.
What stuff?
Oh, that's like, your work in progress and your cosplays. And if you can get like some professional photos, those would be really good. If you got like videos to make, and then you can like do videos and then like fun tutorials, and you say fun, sexy things every now and again. It kind of gets everybody like interested.
Tone's squinting at that last sentence.
Yes, you.
How often do you post?
Oh, that's a great one. I try and post at least once a day, but not every day on the same account, if that makes sense. So like you've got your fantasy Instagram, so you post one picture there, but then like I won't post on that for like the next day. But then on Facebook, I'll make sure that like Facebook and Instagram and maybe like the YouTubes, I can like post something there every day. But then like I'll switch it up so that way maybe like Instagram isn't posted tomorrow, but I'll post again on Facebook and Talkticks. And then the day after that, it's only Talkticks and Instagram. And I just try and you stagger it so it's you don't make the computer think that you're trying to spam the system. You know, you don't want a heavy chain of just content.
Sure. So, I have a question about the sponsorship, right? I guess, how do you tell the good ones from like maybe a scam? Because I'm sure you get tons of people reaching out that want you to sponsor or want to sponsor you.
Yeah, you really gotta hammer those away sometimes, but you know, this one isn't about the social media style.
Right. You don't want one that's gonna like chain you down.
Exactly. You know, you don't want to like, you know, make a bond or a pact with someone that you're just not really vibing with. But that's more for my next panel, and the panel after that. If you wanted to come to those, if you don't have time, you're more than welcome to hang out with me. We've got the room for about 10 minutes between stuff. So if you wanted to come chat with me, then like we could totally like do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like that. I might need a map draw or a plan drawn of how to post.
We will talk about it. The it looks like the lizard folk. You had a question.
What?
It looked like.
Oh no! Actually, no. He was just be like, "Yeah, we can talk later." Like,
Oh, okay.
I damn it, no.
All right. So she goes through like a few more different things, and she does talk about like her scheduling of like different times. She goes, and then you have to keep track of like wake hours, not necessarily like when everyone is awake, but when everyone would be willing to engage. And on the Twitterverse, you know, you've only got like from 4 to 5 p.m. Because most people are really ready to get off of work, so they're going to be looking at Twitter at 4 to 5. But 5 to 6, everybody's driving home, so you don't want to be on Twitter at 5 to 6. And she just goes off, and like it's very clear that she knows what she's talking about, but she sounds really ditzy the entire time. And she wastes another 30 minutes. And she goes, any final questions? Any thoughts or anything along those lines? I'd love to hear them all from you. No? Okay, wonderful. All right. Well, then I'll go ahead and wrap this up. You guys have a great rest of your fun BarkCon. I look forward to meeting all of you later. I'll be at the cosplay competition. I'll be one of the judges, so I hope I get to see you all there. Bye!
Tolan is processing.
I hated that so much.
This is giving me like so much secondhand embarrassment going, I hope I don't sound like that when I do panels.
No, not at all. Not at all.
The like bye with like a piece in at the end. It made me think of this is an anime that I watched recently where a character goes misa 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 and she like does this every time she signs on or signs off of her YouTube channel.
Nice.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is there like a line of people to talk with her after the panel, or?
Since there's not many people, like a few people like say, hey, thank you, I had a fun, huge fan, ask for a few signatures, and then they all leave pretty quickly. The other 6 people in the room.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, but I would probably like hang back and be one of the last people to approach.
Yeah,
if she had any other like fans and stuff. Cool.
And she starts packing her stuff up, and she looks up and goes, "So, what can I do for all of you? You had some questions?"
Yeah, and I guess I can. How do I want to say this? So when Rain goes up to talk to her, he's kind of like playing with his hands, and he does the little like chain link thing while he's talking, just trying to be subtle.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, so we appreciate the panel. And I mean, I know you said you were going to talk to us about like different kind of like sponsorships and what kind we should be aware of or watch out for. And we would just kind of love to get some insight on any advice you might have.
Oh my gosh, yeah! And she takes a quick look around. And she kind of scans like the room and kind of like outside the area as well. And she goes, so like what you want to do, so you're the people? You're the initiates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you found the mark?
Hmm?
Have you found the mark? Have you found her?
I
Pretty
think
sure.
The spooky lady.
Pretty sure.
Okay. So I'm not supposed to be involved. I'm not supposed to give you anything. What is the costume that this person is wearing?
A cleric
A cleric.
A cleric. Okay.
Priestess.
Priestess.
or
All right.
something. I've never seen the show.
There's too many shows to keep track. Okay, so what you're going to do is you have a couple options at this point. One, you can call this a win. You found the person. That's all that they really wanted of you. They didn't want you to necessarily get tangled up into it. Two, if you want to go above and beyond and prove that you can hold your own, you can confront that person. I've got your back. If anything does go awry, I'm supposed to keep my eye on all of you for the remainder of the con. And I know where her room is, if that's a direction that you wanted to go. And yeah, what questions do you have for me?
Now, where is her room?
251.
So
we might be near there anyway soon.
I don't know how long you've been with the group, but we had a question. We were wondering about. So this particular person seems connected and rather heavily, almost like in control of the others. Do you know if
how do we break?
Is there a
these
way to
chains?
sever the chains that they might be carrying?
Well, you need
And
a bond.
if we do, will it release the others?
From the intel that we've gotten from you guys, you were able to break a few bonds yourself. Is that right?
Yeah.
And they were people that you knew?
Yes.
Some of them, yeah.
So that you need your own chain, essentially. You need a chain that will connect you to them before this ever happened. Do you happen to know who this cosplayer is? Have you seen this cosplayer before? Do you know their first, last name? Have you hung out with them?
History check. Have I ever seen them before?
Go ahead and roll for it.
Dun, 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 dun. Where's my history? Right there. +0. Okay. 3.
3. You can confidently believe that you have never seen this person before.
Got it.
So have you any connection to this person beforehand?
I don't think so.
From the information that you have been able to give my group, you have been very, very informative. We didn't think that the train could be broken at all. But from what we've gathered and what we theorize is that you have to have your own chain first before their chains latch on.
So none of you have even broken any?
Not to the same extent with success that you have had.
Huh.
You don't think a chain can be formed after?
Not from our evidence. We call ourselves a hammer for a reason. It can be a delicate tool. It can be a
It can be
devastating.
used to build houses.
Yes,
like
build houses.
bonds.
Oh my gosh, like that's the smartest thing you've ever said.
Probably.
Okay, there's like 2 different personalities with you.
I was going to say, can I do an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that like you just like being fun, or what is that? I've got to ask.
So
17.
17. She's just trying to belittle Tolan. In that entire statement, you also gather that like it might be a self-defense mechanism without like actually scolding them. Of just like lean into this cartoony character, and then that way like it seems more professional. And
but the nastiness is real. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And like when you ask her, Draxel, like she's like, listen, I gotta keep up appearances. I gotta make it look like I'm attempting offer for the chain. They don't know that I'm part of the Hammer group. I gotta make sure that we play this safe. We play it smart, and I gotta put on a persona. And that
Tolan's gonna reach out to her hand and like take it in his.
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna be like, "We are gonna be your chain beforehand, then, Or at least a backup if you already have one. I don't know.
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh boy. Persuasion. Oh, I nat 20'd that.
Oh. Damn.
23 total.
Oh, man.
Boy, Tolan is flirting and doesn't even know it.
You take her hand, and all of you can tell that she's like got some vitriol and venom like ready to go. And then the moment that like she looks over and she like looks like kind of across into your eyes, and she is taken aback, and like her arm kind of relaxes, and I've never had that offer before. Thank you, Tolan. I don't know what to say. I'm truly taken aback. Thank you.
You're trying to lay yourself out as bait, and we're here to help, even though we're just initiates.
Thea, you were going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say that, okay, A, I was kind of mean, but B, there are 5 of us in here, so you don't have to worry about that putting on a show.
It's hard sometimes to break which character is which, and that's on me. I know that our past interactions haven't been always the greatest, but I appreciate you. I don't want to say being vulnerable with me, but being honest with me, and that's very unusual in my line of work, and maybe even your line of work.
Pan, what was that face?
Just awkwardly watching it all go down. That's all. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it could have just been the persona that I did not like.
No, you had every right to not like that. That was
not you necessarily, but that persona.
I should apologize as well. I'm sorry that my character was so venomous towards you, and I apologize that the job got in the way of being decent.
Well,
cool. So anyway,
wow.
Okay. But there was the thing I was thinking about, because you were saying that there are already chains and all of that, but we didn't really know the goblins when we met them, but we didn't know them that well, and we were able to help them. Didn't you guys, Rain and Draxel, didn't you go and talk to the chain guys, like at their booth?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there was something of like a connection that could break through.
Between the priestess and the
No, I mean between the lower level guys.
Oh.
Because she was just screaming at them. Well, I mean, maybe not screaming, but like they couldn't even look her in the eye, and she was just kind of accosting them. Like they probably messed up. But what if there's something that maybe can be done on an individual level of, maybe we can't, like I was trying to say earlier, maybe we can't kick her butt, but maybe we could at least help them.
Okay, yeah.
And if not even the people breaking the chain know everything about it, maybe there is a way to just reach through. You don't defeat her, but maybe you help them.
Okay. If we're able to get a picture of the priestess, Gree, do you think you could tell us any more about her? I don't know if you guys are keeping track of like how many major players there are in the Mended Chain, but if we could find out more about her, maybe we could figure out like what other people she might have affected here.
If you believe that you can get that picture without raising suspicion, I have faith in you. Your contact has been very, very insistent that the 4 of you get this initiative trial. So I'd be curious to see what all comes of the four of you. If you think you can give me that picture, we can definitely use that for our resources. We do know of her. We don't have much information about her, though.
Okay.
What do you know? You don't know a lot, but what do you know?
If we were to tier this out, she would probably be 4th or 5th tier from the top. So not the most powerful, but definitely powerful. She has been given reign, not reign, but given reign over over this group of initiatives on their side of things. So she is more or less in control of their talent and their will.
Keep like a ranking on like all the important ones then?
For what we know, yes. We don't know who their main leader organization is or what their end goal, why they need the energy of creation and life. But we know it's nothing good.
Okay, there was someone we actually fought before, that centaur.
Yes. The centaur.
Where is she in comparison to him?
They are equals. They would also be on the
Okay.
So if you think that you would have stood a chance without your point of contact beforehand, you may be able to eliminate this person. We do know that if you take out someone of a higher tier, the bonds that the person that they have influenced grow weaker. And assuming no one does pick up those frayed ends, shall we say, then they will, over time, be no longer under the influence. They will never be 100% the same, but they will return to a somewhat normal life.
Okay. That was a lot to take in. If nobody else has, this is out of character, if nobody else has questions, I think Rain will wait till people are done because he wants to ask her something when there's not everybody.
I actually do have one more question. Is Rockstar part of this at all?
That teddy bear? No.
Teddy bear.
Olin squints at that, like,
he's a good person. He is not wrapped up in this. I do believe that both sides are trying to convince him one way or the other, but when you have psychic defenses like him, I would imagine that you are well versed in these literal mind games.
Just making sure.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should probably start packing up and get going. So I believe you need. I believe that you need to like leave, so I can get ready for my next panel, which is in like an hour or so. So give me just like a minute, and like she turns her back.
Okay.
like, yes,
I'll see
Frederick
you later.
Rectenberg's taking his way on out and working as, he's like, I'll see you later, my lady, and, acts all fancy as he leaves.
Let's go, Freddy.
Wow.
Just squinting at this camera.
It's like equal parts me and Viv.
I think Rain would stick around for at least a second before they leave because this has been bothering him. But when everyone seems close to the door, he will look at her and ask, how do you guys all know me? Like, everyone in the organization knows my name, and that shouldn't be.
Well, we have contacts, we have resources. You're not subtle.
Wow.
Your point of contact had a great run-in with you and was like, this person might be helpful, and did some digging on all of you to make sure that you weren't already part of the chain. And,
before he even approached us?
No. After he approached you, had the run-in when he was dressed as Shar. And was like, I think these people could be useful. And we were like, I don't know. There are some people who are still concerned and have trepidations of your entry into our guild.
Okay. I guess that's fine. It's just weird, I guess. Okay.
Do you not do background checks when you would want to hire somebody?
Well, no, it's not that. It's
just that you wish to keep your past hidden.
Well, when you say it like that, no, it's I don't know. Thanks for your help.
Anytime. And she hands you a card, and she goes, "This is our side of things. Contact, not my public one. So if you do need anything or have any further questions, or you need to talk."
Thanks. And he'll put that one, I guess, with the one he got from Shopper.
Do you have like the little like card wallet, and then you put it in like right next to
yes. Excellent. Okay.
All right. So you head back out. You have a few people coming and going, cleaning up the rooms. Another set of panels are coming in. What would you guys like to do from here?
I'm scoping out the next scavenger hunt item.
Okay. Anything in specific?
That ramen is elusive.
Let's
Well,
see.
The sword is somewhere on the tree.
Yeah.
So maybe we look around there.
Outside.
Where do we think a deck of cards with Attack on Titan stuff would be?
I was thinking in the artist alley, because like I've run
stickers,
into
too.
some like tarot readers and things like that there before that maybe, I don't know, cards and stickers and stuff. That seems like artist alley.
Yeah.
Oh, but also like giant dice. Are those really easy to hide? And like a statue of Man-Bat? Like, I don't know. People go in to take pictures with that kind of thing. So
It's got to be obvious somewhere. Like, are people like gathering? The picture place earlier. Do you think there was anything around the photo op area?
probably.
Maybe.
And we totally missed it because I was like, "Ooh, cosplayers."
Also, we weren't looking for it.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Okay. So you guys head over there, and it's pretty crowded. There is, you do see Mimic cosplay. They're doing their Naruto Meetup. A lot of people are having fun and quoting their favorite lines with the Mimic cosplay group. And they're just, Naruto! Sasuke! Naruto! Sasuke! And it's just crowds of people just shouting back and forth at each other. And then, of course, in true anime shonen style, ah! Perfectly sounding like it's from the show itself. And go ahead, everybody roll me a perception check.
Trade me.
18.
18.
6.
6.
I'm distracted by I'm like joining in with the Naruto and Sasuke stuff.
Also 18.
18.
13.
13. Rain and Vea, you're the only ones to notice it. It was 14. Where everybody's kind of standing around. There is like a set of bleachers that are set for like different angles of heights of photos and whatnot, and to get more people in the same picture. But just behind there is a set of dice of tabletop role-playing dice that are about 3 feet tall.
Wow.
They look super, super heavy.
Ooh. Do you guys see that?
And
Points at it.
Sasuke!
Just like grab Tolan by the back of his collar.
What?
Over here. Over here.
Oh, well,
Science
that's huge.
Yeah.
Jackson, we should get a picture of us trying to pick it up.
Go try to roll it.
Let's try and roll it. Let's roll it.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Okay.
Roll a strength check.
with my negative strength. That's a 21.
14.
Jeez.
So you get into the proper position, right? You straighten out your back, you squat down your knees, and you lift with your knees. It's all in your mentality. You put your hands on it, and it feels really firm, and then you pick it up, and you almost lose balance because it's hollow on the inside.
Cute.
Oh, this isn't too bad. Here, totally catch.
You catch it, and just the giant number 1 is right in front of your face now.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
we gotta put it back though.
Yeah. I'll get the picture. Go ahead and pose for us, Talon.
Let's pretend it's heavy. Okay. Posing, pretending it's heavy.
Very Atlas Shrugged kind of pose for the both of you. You take the picture and you get a response of oh, my big strong adventurers.
Oh boy.
As you guys are coming back around, getting checking it off on your list, seeing what else you can be adding, looking for next, you notice that the Naruto cosplay group is starting to fade out, and you notice that there are a few Goblin Slayer cosplayers, and in the midst of them is the Priestess cosplayer. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Oh!
Great game, you guys. Absolutely great.
Yeah, wow.
You guys did so much.
I had this eye narrowing moment of, was she mean to us at the very beginning because the fewer people that get into the cosplay scene, the fewer victims that could be, or was she just being mean?
Time will tell, I guess. Time will tell. I'm so proud of all of you. You guys did so good.
Fun.
That was a very good reveal, though. I was not expecting Gree to be.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
I was legitimately worried that you may have forgotten about the gesture entirely because it's been forever. So to hear she does this and it's just oh! And I was okay, good.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for being at this table with me. I absolutely love the energy that you guys bring, and I always have so much fun thinking on my feet like this. Shout outs, as always. Thank you, patrons who are watching us live. For everybody who is listening to us in post, you can always come back, and if you are signing on to the Patreon, you can still watch the recordings. We do record all of these. We keep them up so you guys can. And then for the audio audience, you're awesome. Thank you for being the awesome fans. On the Patreon, this is available to anybody, so you do not necessarily need to be paying, but there is a link to a form where you can create some golden tier equipment for the players. So,
nice.
if you want to fill out a quick little survey, and we'll even give you shout outs on the show because that is a fun idea, and I would love to see what you guys could bring into this world. We love having your contributions. Of course, Fox Beauty Cosmetics. I'm not wearing any today. Is anybody?
I was having a very low spoons day, so I'm not wearing hardly any makeup.
But if you give me 15 seconds, I can go grab the D&D based shadow palette. It's dope.
Oh,
yeah.
I would love to see that. We've got a few minutes.
I was actually tempted to wear some today, but I split my lip.
Oh, man.
Ow.
And so I've been nursing that with chapstick and stuff, just being gotta heal that first, probably.
Yeah.
Get in fistfights with your students, Mercedes.
Dang it. No.
The himbo energy is here only at the table.
Yes. Collie's such a himbo.
So Fox Cosmetics plays in our home game. So I was able to buy this palette from him.
Ooh.
It's super, super pigmented. It's really cool. And this one is my favorite. It's a really thick glitter instead of a shimmer.
Ooh.
So it's super fun to wear. And
How much is that one? I need it.
this one is 30. And it's really cool.
Dope.
All the colors on the back, and they're all different D&D
Oh,
themes.
that's
So there's like
Aw.
Warlock, there's Oathbreaker, Dragon's Treasure, Fool's Gold, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I
no,
love it.
I want it.
And yeah, I didn't put makeup on today because I was like, today am not a good representation of his makeup. I look like a mess. But the colors are really, really pigmented, so they don't take like a ton of work to get on.
Mm-hmm.
And just, with a little basic cheap sealer, they really do last like as long as you need them to. Like I wore his colors the whole 2 days I cosplayed at ALA. But they looked really good, and I'm really excited to see what else he's gonna put out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is $30, but it's a lot of colors for $30.
Yeah, no, that's a great steal. Pan and Jaguar Quinn says, Pannon out of all spoons? Only knives left.
I like that. I do
That's
like that.
amazing.
All right, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We'll have a great session next time because I've got these guys as my players. But real quick, let's go around the table, and where can everyone find you? Pannon, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Pannon, Pannon, on Facebook at the Pannonators Fantastic Cosplays, and on Twitter under at Pannonation.
And Jazzy?
I am on Twitter at Crimson Nova Cos, and that's it.
And Dustin?
I'm at Twitter on Skystill Art, and occasionally I am on Instagram at Skystill Cosplay.
V-Fire?
And I am at VFire. I don't actually have a Twitter for it, but I've got all the other things.
And if for whatever reason you want to follow me, you can follow me at The Crest Sphinx on Instagram and on Twitter at Crest Sphinx. All right, thanks you guys so much for playing. I hope you all have a wonderful month. Thank you again for the fantastic audience that you all are, and I hope that all of your dice rolls are at least interesting. Goodbye, everybody.